Top 50 Latafa perfumes ranked from least sweet to most sweet. If you know anything about the brand Latafa, you know that they create some incredible fragrances, fantastic presentations, high quality raw materials. They smell like more expensive niche or designer fragrances most of the time, but they also create fragrances that are quite affordable and you don't have to worry about breaking the bank when you're purchasing a Latafa perfume. And I should mention that we have Latafa, but we also have some sister brands. We have Maison Alhambra, we also have Astaf, we have Ard Al Zafaran. So there's a lot of sister brands within the Latafa umbrella. I have way more than 50 Latafa fragrances, mind you, but I'm gonna be focusing on just 50 for the purposes of today's video. I don't want it to be super long-winded. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and start. You can probably find most of these on Amazon. I purchased a lot of them from Gift Express. So you can definitely check out Gift Express if you'd like. Use code RED10 to save you 10% off your entire purchase. I purchased many of them from Gift Express from their TikTok shop. I purchased a lot of these from Amazon, I mean, going way back in the day, but Gift Express is probably gonna be your best bet. The first one, Opulent Red. Very indolic jasmine, kind of reminds me of Alien by Thierry Mugler. This is a Latafa sister brand. This stuff is absolutely divine. Astaf, Ranin. Astaf is the company, Ranin is the fragrance. Again, it's a Latafa owned fragrance. You can find it on Latafa's website. Pear, Jasmine, this is their take on Prada Paradox. We also have the brand new Habik for women. This is a lot of freesia and pear, very unsweetened, right? So we're talking about least sweet to the most sweet. This one is their take on Versace Dylan Purple. Ana Abied Coral. This is Valentino Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. So this is a very bright, sparkling, juicy watermelon type of a scent. Again, very fresh. This clean floral expression is called Yara Moi. I actually have 3 bottles of that, gave one to my mother, now I have 2. And then we have something a little denser. This is Kima. This also has a clean white floral personality. Now we also have an orchid-based fragrance called Aetheri. Aetheri is fantastic. Aetheri is inspired by Gucci's Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid. Wonderful, but again, you know, it's not sweet, it's a floral expression. Now we have a boozy spicy coconut with Petra. We're starting to get a little something pseudo-sweet, but again, nothing crazy. We have Liam Gray, which is the brand's take on Gris Charnel by BDK Parfum. Again, you're not gonna find anything sweet there, but you are gonna get this fig tea, creamy, slightly lactonic iris fragrance. And then we have Opulent Dubai. So now we're getting a little sweet. This one is inspired by Stefan Humbert Lucas, God of Fire. We got through the first 10, 51, 41 through 50, I suppose. We have Yara Toast. This is a mango-based offering, phenomenal fragrance. I think it's really, really nice. I would personally love to smell it on a woman. I think this one is inspired by a Marc Jacobs fragrance, if I'm not mistaken. We also have Fakar Platine. This one is YSL Y L'Elixir. You do have a little bit of a tonka bean thing happening in the dry down. That's where the sweetness is gonna come from. This is marketed for the gentleman. This is the brand's take on YSL Y L'Elixir. You have a lot of citrus, a lot of bergamot, a lot of ginger, fantastic for the hotter months. It tones down the woodsy vibes, specifically the agarwood, amplifies the ginger and the sweetness. We also have this one, Harim Al Sultan. Very pretty floral, again, with a bit of like an ambery something in the dry down. Beautiful scent. We also have Hayati Florence. This one is the brand's take on Very Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. So you do have a hint of vanilla in the dry down, but you have a lot of the lychee, the rose, the peony. The original was composed by Kenton Biche, also gets compared to Delina. We have Eden Juicy Apple, Bade Al Oud is the fragrance, Bade Al Oud Sublime. This one is inspired by Eden Juicy Apple by Kayali. Again, it's a fruity, juicy apple fragrance. You have a lot of that saccharine sweetness coming from the apple note. We also have Kashan. This is a very smooth, silky cashmere type of a fragrance. I personally love it. There's a bit of an ambery thing in the dry down, but again, nothing overly sweet. We also have Peace and Love. So this one brings it in a bit of a sweeter direction. I don't remember exactly what the notes are for this fragrance, but I think this one is the one that was inspired by a Dries Van Noten fragrance. Could be a little of a creamy vanilla, something or other. Again, don't quote me, but you know, again, quite nice. We also have Art of Nature 1. Now this one, very ambery, very spicy. Again, amber can be a bit sweet as well because amber is a prescribed blend more often than not of vanilla, labdanum, benzoin. And so that touch of vanilla adds a bit of sweetness. And then we have one of the JPG, which one is this one? Lebeau, one of the Lebeaus, I think. I don't think it's Paradise Garden, but this one is Najdia Intense. So this has a sweet vanillic coconut fig type of a vibe to it. Again, I like the original as well. Not something that I wear too often just because it's not my personal style, but now we're starting to get kind of sweet. So this one was what, 31 to 40, 41 to 50. The next one is a fruity, juicy, sweet peach fragrance by Nisha Marathi Perfumes, another sister brand of Latafa. This one is called Dura. Now this has some other fruity tones in here. There isn't actually peach in the note breakdown, but I get peach. Very interesting fragrance. His Confession. Now this one is inspired by Black Tie by Celine. And this one is a very sweet cocoa type of an iris scent. Very sophisticated, very dressed up, you know, Christian Grey, Black Amex, Liquid Assets type of a fragrance. I think it's phenomenal. Teriyaki. The original Teriyaki. Now this one also has a hint of sweetness in the dry down. As a matter of fact, His Confession might be a little sweeter, so we're gonna switch things up. Yara Pink. Now this one also has these creamy florals. It's beautiful. Some people get a lot of coconut, but it's a creamy floral with a hint of vanilla. Now speaking about a milky lactonic tuberose fragrance, we have Her Confession. This is inspired by Blanche Bête by Liquide Imaginaire. We also have Bade Al Oud Noble Blush. This is a juicy vanilla pink rose type of a scent. I love this stuff. Now this one is darker, boozier, richer, a bit sweeter on account of the, I think it's plum that is in here, composed by Kenton Biche. This one is Teriyaki Intense. The word Teriyaki means antidote in Arabic. We also have Secret Oud. Now this is the brand's take on MFK's Grand Soir. Beautiful amber. It's more ambery and balsamic and rich and resinous than it is sweet, but there is that underlying sweetness in there. It's hard to miss. Now we also have Habik for Men. Now this one is inspired by JPG's Essence de Parfum, which came out in 2016. It was in the angular bottle. It's discontinued. On auction websites, the original is going for anywhere between $400 and $500 at the moment. Habik for Men, cardamom, black pepper, artemisia, cinnamon. It's spicy, but there's also that vanilla. We also have Ragba Wood Intense. Now this is a very sweet, woodsy, ambery scent. We also have Amir Al Oud. Now this one also very ambery, a bit spicy, very aesthetically similar, these two. I purchased both of those from eBay way back in the day. As a matter of fact, the original Ragba, which is here, I included it here because they're aesthetically similar. They're all really ambery, really sweet. Mashrabia. Now this one, spicy sweet, right? This one is inspired by Kilian's Smoking Hot. So again, it's certainly taking things in a sweeter direction. Khamra Dukan, cognac, booze, spice, cinnamon. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then I would go with the original, or Khamra Kawa. This one has the added coffee note. The sweetest of the three is probably the original Khamra. Phenomenal scent this one is. Can't get enough of that one. And then we have Qaed Al Fursan. I think this is Untamed, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So this one is the one that is inspired by Eros Najim. And this one is incredible. This one is a dark, spicy, agarwood, vanilla, tonka bean, mint type of a fragrance. Very exotic. Not to mention that Eros Najim is an exclusive to Dubai. So your only way to really get your nose on this DNA, unless you have somebody ship it to you or bring it over to you, or you don't mind paying some crazy shipping fee, that's the way to go. We also have Bade Al Oud, Honor and Glory. Now this one has this praline pineapple thing happening in here. It is quite nice. And then we have the original Qaed Al Fursan. This one, again, this one is also very sweet, fruity. One that I haven't worn in a while. Latafa Ser is this ambery almond fragrance. Really rich on the almond. Smells like amaretto, as a matter of fact. Now, a floral fragrance with praline would have to be the Kingdom for her. So this one is in the same family as La Vie Belle. It's not exactly the same, but you know, it's there. We have, oh no, I almost jumped the proverbial gun. So we have Now for Women. Now, this Latafa perfume, by the way, from the Rave collection, right? So even this is like, it doesn't say Latafa anywhere on the bottle. At least I don't think it does. It just says Rave. So this is their take on, I think, Burberry Her Elixir. So it's this sort of strawberry, raspberry, sweet vanilla thing. So we're in the top 10 now. So the rest of these fragrances are going to be super sweet. Some of them are marketed for women. I would say the bulk of them are, just because I think women in general and on the whole tend to wear some sweeter olfactive profiles. And then we have Yara Candy. Love this stuff. With a name like Yara Candy, you can expect this one to be quite sweet. This one smells like a strawberry milkshake. We also have, and this stuff is slept on, this is by Niche Emirati Perfumes. It's their take, it's Classic Stone, that's the name of the perfume. This is their take on Altair by Parfum de Marly, but much spicier. It is phenomenal. Now, if you want a sweeter take on Altair, you're gonna go with Art of Nature 2. Yep, so this is definitely sweeter because it is missing the spices. We also have, oh my God, Brioche Vanille. This is a velvety, smooth, creamy type of a fragrance. Oh my God, it's so, so, so good. The vanilla is so rich, so decadent. It also reminds me of something else that I've tried before. Can't quite put my finger on it. We have Nebras. This is number 5, Nebras. This one is a gorgeous red berry, sweet vanilla caramel fragrance. It's inspired by the original Billie Eilish perfume. Happens to be one of the best-selling Latafa fragrances. And I know Latafa also has the brand new fragrances that I think they did debut in Singapore, and they're available in the little cupcakes. They're not out yet. Once those perfumes are out, it's gonna completely overtake everything on this entire list. All 5 of them, I think there's 5. It's either 5 or 6. All of them are gonna be in the top 10, 100%. Number 4, from least sweet to most sweet, Angam. This is the brand's take on Burberry Goddess. Vanilla, vanilla caviar, a hint of lavender. It's so sexy and sultry. In the number 3 spot, this one smells like a lemon pound cake. This one is Victoria. This is inspired by Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion for Her, composed by Olivier Crest. The vanilla, the lemon, it is such a sweet gourmand fragrance. In the number 2 spot, I think this is gonna surprise a lot of people. I think in the number 2 spot, people would probably expect this to be in the number 1 spot, if I'm being honest with you. There's just something about the perfume in the number 1 spot. I couldn't not put it in the number 1 spot, especially when you look up the note breakdown of this one and the original after which it's modeled. Anyway, so the number 2 spot, Eclair. With a name like Eclair and this presentation, you would expect this to be in the number 1 spot, and it's sweet. It is so, so, so sweet. This one is inspired by Bianco Latte by Giardini di Toscana. And this perfume, the caramel, the vanilla, it's so sweet, it's lactonic, it's so mesmerizingly good. You have to be a fan of gourmands to really appreciate Eclair. But in the number 1 spot, this stuff is sugar overload. It is sugar, it's vanilla. It is so, so, so sweet and so freaking powerful as well. You smell this immediately, you're gonna get that gourmand richness. It's so unapologetic. And it's actually inspired by a fragrance called Sugar Addict by BTSO, which stands for Born to Stand Out. And let me tell you something, there's a lot of other Latafa perfumes that I have here that just were so not sweet, like Amir, and then there's Delilah Blanc from Maison Alhambra, and then we have Floral Profumo, which is their take on a Gucci fragrance. And I just have so many here off to the side. And I said, I really have to focus on ones that, anyway, maybe some of the more well-known fragrances. The perfume in the number one spot, it is so sweet, it's so sugary, but despite, you know, things like Rave Now and Yara Candy and Eclair and Angam and Nebras and Victoria, these are all kind of feminine leaning. This one is perfectly unisex. And this one is Artisan Ethnique. In my opinion, the sweetest Latafa fragrance on the market. It's a very sophisticated sweetness too. And so if you're looking for something very youthful and playful and flirtatious, Eclair, Eclair is gonna be the way to go. And the bottles are sturdy too. Let that be a testament to the compositional nature and the structural integrity of the glass. But Artisan Ethnique, this stuff is bananas, but it's so, so, so strong. Like you spray this in the air and you do one of these and you smell it, it is gonna sting your nostrils. That's how strong this stuff is. Thank you for watching. Top 50 Latafa fragrances ranked from least sweet to most sweet. So now you know what to get. Now you know also what they're inspired by. And now you know a little bit about each one. I tried not to go over my time limit that I arbitrarily set for myself. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. If you took anything of value from this video, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give it a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching. I love you all very much. We'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.